I need all that.
I just realized we're talking about red flags and I have a red shirt on.
He wants you to know that he is a red flag.
Oh, I guess I am a red flag.
He's telling on himself.
I guess I'm a red flag.
Thank you.
How y'all doing?
Hey, how's it going?
Hello. How are you? So crazy. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Talking Mic. I am your host, Jay Tando, and today we're talking about what? Red flags.
Red flags.
It's very important that, guys, if you're out there dating or you're in a relationship, you need to know these things. So today we're going to talk about these things. Before we start, I'll let my lovely guests introduce themselves.
All right. My name is Ronald. I'm a DJ, and I'm Nigerian.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Rima. I'm a fashion blogger and interior designer. And I guess I should tell you that I'm African too.
I'm Brooklyn Baby. I'm a model. You can find me at that Brooklyn Baby on IG, and I'm American.
It's the vibe today.
I'm Jerica, and I am a makeup artist, and I'm just moral support. Moral support.
Well, now that we've heard you guys' names and where you're from, can we start? Who should we start with? The ladies or the gents?
Ladies first.
Ladies first, right? So tell me some
2
of
out
the
of 3.
ladies first. Come on now.
Okay.
So
Okay.
red flags. And for the viewers out there that don't know what red flags are, they're basically like what warning signs that you should get out, dip out. Okay, so that's red flags. So let's dive in. Let's start from here. Moral support.
Moral support.
Let's do it. Either your experience of a red flag or like what you think is a red flag in a relationship or if you're dating someone.
In a relationship, I think, for me personally, my major red flag would be, I kind of would say like dual personalities. I don't like the one way at one time and then like changing up and
switch up.
Yeah, turn into somebody else. Like I need you to be consistently who you are and not like show me a representative.
Right. What would be an instance of that? Like,
and guys, we'll have to talk a little loud.
What would be an instance of that?
I think just like in person or in public, the sweet, kind, and then when you get behind closed doors, it's like that real true person comes out.
Oh, like you get to know them and it's like, well, this is not what I signed up for.
Exactly.
Okay.
A red flag for me would be big on not having a spiritual practice. Like, I think that's important, and just for myself, like whatever you practice, it's big about you also kind of showing me the consistency factor of you holding that up. That shows a lot of character to me in a man.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So that's like on top of the list, huh? Okay. Sounds
Sage. I need all that.
I just realized we're talking about red flags and I have a red shirt on.
He wants you to know that he is a red flag.
Oh, I guess I am a red flag.
He's telling on himself.
I guess I'm a red flag. Okay.
Red flags for me. Outside of like general breathing, so usually a red flag with a man. I think that a man who isn't sure of who he is a big red flag for me, because you have to know who you are in order for you to be able to date me.
Yes.
I don't want you to change your personality to match mine. I want you to know who you are, because if you know who you are, you can also lead the relationship. You can make the decisions, and you're not requiring me to do all the work because you know who you are, Okay. It's just a red flag.
I don't mean to cut you, but do you think it's a common thing for people to switch up?
Yes.
Like in your experience dating or relationships, you feel like most people like to pretend while they're like dating, and then when you guys get serious, things are like, whoa, like I didn't, know you were like this. You know what I'm saying?
So I have a theory. I believe like the first 3 months, so you meet a guy. She said it earlier. You meet his representative, which is the version that he thinks that you want. 6 months in, you meet the version that he thinks he is, and then 6 months to a year, you actually meet the man.
Okay.
So everybody switches up. There's tiers. So usually between 3 to 6 months, because that's how long you can keep up a fake persona, something that you can't continue. You can only do it for usually about 3 to 6 months.
Okay.
So we all give the version that, I think she's going to like me to be this type of guy. And then, well, this is the guy that I think I am. And then this is actually who I am. So the switch up happens a lot. And I think that, honestly, men usually do that because they think it'll get them further. But if you have real game, you could be who you are and you get everything you want. You know what I'm saying? So the switch up does happen a lot.
Okay.
I think that was the red flag my mom brought up to me the most growing up, and it was exactly in that she always told me, "You're gonna meet that man's representative. You're not gonna meet who he is in that moment." She was very big on taking your time in dating too, because of that. Because if you really don't know what you're getting yourself into, and then you get stuck in a situation that you can't get out of.
And these days we don't do that. We just hop in like
That really just happened to my friend, and she was like very heartbroken about it. She started dating a guy. He was like, I'm all this, and on paper he was perfect. Had a business, he was into her, he's ready to settle down, all this and the third. She goes through a very traumatic situation, and he decided that they wanted to be exclusive. If it's a traumatic situation, this is the time for your significant other to step in and be support. Man falls off the face of the planet. When I say complete ghost, complete ghost. She reaches out to him because she's hurt. She's like, you told me that you were this guy. You said that you would be there for me. You would do all these things. And he's like, oh, I have stuff going on with my family. Completely gaslights her. Then tells her she's tripping for being upset. And then when she tries to break up with him, he was like, I think you're just really upset right now. So let's reevaluate that when you're calm. Right. But it's the same thing. They had just met. I think this had been like a 3-month stretch. She didn't give herself enough time to meet the man.
Absolutely.
So wait, so what do you mean by meet? Like, do you mean 3 months before? If he asked you to be his girlfriend, like within those 3 months, you say no, or we need more time, or what's the process?
Well, I think that you could say yes, but I also think that you should take everything that's happening with a grain of salt. If it's 3 months in, you're selling me a lot of dreams right now. Selling me some dreams, and if I show up to cash them. In 3 months, you might give it to me, but in 6 months, you might not. You know what I'm saying? So I think that a lot of the time when you're early in the relationship, you believe everything. You give everything in. You're like, oh, he said he's going to do this.
Plus, your interest is high. You've seen a new person, and you're excited.
And you do all that.
You're probably not thinking.
Right. I think you don't get as disappointed if you take it with a grain of salt. Believe him, right? But let him prove that he is about what he says so that you don't get your feelings hurt.
So, wait, so, you can't date, if he asks you to be his girlfriend within those 3 months, you say no, because technically...
No, you could say yes.
Y'all are still going to be learning about each other.
Right.
So,
like I said, you can say yes, but I believe in managing your expectations in that field, because again, like I said, he's selling you a lot of dreams. So, because he wants to keep you, which is great, right? But he also has to let you know that he can meet the dreams that he's selling. You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
So take everything he's saying with a grain of salt. Be with him, because again, you're learning, you're growing, and then give him the opportunity to show you the man that he is. But I find that a lot of the time as women, we get over-invested. Now we're adding our dreams to the dreams that he sold us. Right? And so now, the expectation is here. And I don't think that that's fair usually, because then the man is like, I'm struggling to meet the guy you think I am. And you know what I'm saying? It causes a disconnect. So I think as women, if we manage our expectations in the beginning, if 6 months later he's letting you know that, he is this guy, everything he said to you in the beginning, he's still doing it, he's still giving it to you, then you could be like, I made the right decision, and then we can communicate about more expectations,
Yeah, that makes sense. I get it.
Well, it's important that we all know ourselves, and just be really independent with ourselves.
Right.
Before we try to invite other people in. We gotta fully know who we are.
Right.
Because then otherwise we start trying to put our happiness in someone, and it's it's too much for me to handle. I already got mine going on, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay, so that was very insightful. Did you guys have something? I know you were trying to say something when she was talking.
I talk a lot.
Okay.
My bad.
DJ Falls, what would you think would be a red flag for you to be like, I don't want this?
I mean, for me, I think it's just because I'm a quiet person, but I don't like.
I think I'm quiet.
I don't like my business out there, especially once it comes to social media or everything. I don't like someone will see something on social media and wants to reflect that in our relationship, or wants to reflect that in our friendship. As soon as I notice that, I'm gonna start distancing myself. That's a big one for me right there.
Okay.
Yeah, privacy is key in a relationship, and I think social media makes you feel like you have to put it all out there, and you don't. You're not obligated to
Nobody
that.
is obligated. Yeah,
Absolutely.
But a lot of people feel like any achievement they get in a relationship, a date they go on, they do this, I don't know, maybe like she's pregnant for him. They have to put everything out there on social media. I mean, for me personally, I mean, it's kind of a problem to me. But when I see people do it, I don't judge them because you know whatever works for you, to each his own. Like if that works for you guys' relationship, fine. Because I see a lot of people make millions off their relationship, and they might be happy doing it. But for me, I don't think I'll necessarily be comfortable in that type of position.
Right. I agree with you. I wouldn't be either.
Well, that was fun. Since I have a red on, I guess I have one, right?
Yeah, so it's yours.
For me, I think it's entitlement. Entitlement. That would turn me off quick.
Right.
You know, like I was raised to like earn everything I have and not to feel like, oh, because I'm this, I can get that. No, you got to work for it. So that's me on that one. So
what does entitlement look like to you though? Because I feel like entitlement that's a real big term.
You know, it will have to.
It will translate in like a relationship.
Yeah, what does that mean? What does that look like?
I've been through a few and a lot. You know, I can't think on top of my head. Maybe I can tell you guys behind the scenes when I record again.
No.
I can't think right now. I just don't want to extend. Okay, let's see. Because I'm your girlfriend, I should have this type of entitlement. You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? I can't really like think through exactly.
I mean,
it's like a monetary thing.
Yeah,
it could not necessarily monetary.
Where like a girl would hit a guy up, like let's do this, but like being in college, you don't have money. Like the guy doesn't have money, but she expects you to pay for whatever y'all are gonna do. But you hit me up.
Yeah.
If you hit me up, like at least I can pay for myself. If you pay for yourself, that's fine. I'm still in college. Like you gotta understand, like be understanding. Like you're not entitled to my money.
Yes.
I'm not entitled to your money.
And it's not necessarily money. It could be, you know, in different aspects. You know.
So you said that you're in college.
No, I said when I was in college.
Yeah. Okay. So does entitlement change at an age level?
I mean, it's just really understanding. Like no matter what, like till y'all sign papers, pulling your stuff together. Like nobody's entitled to anybody's stuff. So like I'm like as a guy's not entitled to take a girl on a date, and she's not entitled to take him out. Like, but if like she hits him up and is like, okay, let's do this, and the guy actually offers to pay, like I'll pay for everything, that's fine. But if you send them the details and you're expecting them to take it on,
you pick the restaurant, everything else, and then you're like, oh,
it doesn't work like
you know what I'm saying?
That's how I look at it.
Hey, but I'm with you with that.
That's how I look at it. Like I don't mind paying for stuff, but at the end of the day, it's not my money. It's not your money.
Yeah, but then if she was gonna ask you out for that and that, she should be specific.
Yes.
As in, okay, I'm paying. I'm saying because you can't assume that because we're together, like I'm gonna pay for it. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if
not that we have a problem paying. You know, not that we have a problem paying.
I'm waiting for you to.
It's just clarity. We need clarity. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so I guess
it's okay. It's okay.
Like we're discussing.
It's okay to disagree.
It's not that I disagree.
Right.
I think maybe just like specifically for me. I think you have to be upfront with that person about what your expectations are because like there are things that like 20-year-old Jerica would accept that 25-year-old and 30-year-old Jerica there's a lot of things that I'm definitely not gonna accept and not that I feel entitled to but if we're at this level I'm 30 and we're not gonna be playing you know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
But I agree with
the bottom
like
of
a college student, you can't expect a guy in college who's making his money. Like he's not even making money if you think about it. Like his mom's probably sending him $100, $50 every week, or like he's working maybe.
Well, that goes back to what she's saying about have women and men having a certain expectation. Like you should have those things already figured out
before you jump into like, oh, we are one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like before even having a title on it, like and having a bond.
Yeah.
So.
Because I think so for me personally, I guess if we're together and the concept of like if like you're my boyfriend and I'm like, hey, let's go out to dinner, and because I said, hey, let's go out to dinner, like I'm picking up the bill, like
it's not picking up the bill.
I knew you were gonna have a problem.
No. I didn't say pick up the bill. I didn't say pick. I said
because I'm gonna stand behind you. You have to
okay. So this is the situation. I'm in college, right?
Because is that not what I heard?
Wait, this is the situation.
Not
I'm
even
in
the college
college.
thing, but
now, I mean, like right now, if someone like if you hit me up, I'm not gonna lie. Whoever asks gotta pay, but I wouldn't mind picking it up. If you're like, could you pay? I'll be like, okay, that's fine. But in college, if you ask me to pay, I'll be like, I'm sorry, I can't pay because one, I'm still trying to pay. Like I don't even.
So
have
let's take it out of college. Yeah. We're out of college. Yeah. We're adults.
We adults. We got big bangs.
I'm like a union, a partnership.
And
To me,
you guys together.
It's not, my thing is, as a union, as a partnership, it don't matter who pays it. Like, as long as it gets paid.
Yep.
Now, if it's like a unspoken thing that like you pay for the dinner sometimes and then I pay sometimes, or like, you pay for the outdoor dinners, but I like pay for this. Like, there's certain things like if it has to be brought up, then bring it up in the beginning, because stuff like that for me, I don't deal with. Just personally, I don't.
Right.
The people I choose as a partner, I don't have to discuss that with, because they know what's up.
Expectations in the beginning.
Basically,
do not be afraid to put your expectations out
and let it be known what type of person you are.
So guys, man, before you jump into any relationship or any marriage, whatever it is, make sure you guys have conversations around these things, because it's very important. Because then you get in there and you're expecting someone to do something and assuming they know.
Right.
That
way you don't get stuck in no situation you don't want to be
That's right.
in.
That's right.
I think that's the biggest point of today. Make sure your expectations are known.
We're adults, so don't be afraid to have these conversations. I think a lot of adults are afraid to have these conversations. And if you did, you would weed people out of your life a lot faster. And your energy would be put on the right things.
And this kind of goes back to like social media. Like, you know how like a lot of 20-year-old guys, a lot of 22-year-old, 23-year-old guys, they think that they should be able to pay for everything. But usually it's not like that. At 23-year-old, you probably still living with your mom. You probably don't even have a career yet. You're probably still working.
Don't put yourself out there
so don't put yourself out there. And I think that
present
that
yourself
kind of,
who you really are.
That kind of translates into like dating too. Like both parties would have to understand, like, okay, this time you got it, this time I got it. Or sometimes it might not just go out, but we can go for a walk in the park. Like that just goes back. Don't feel like at 23 you have to be at a club popping bottles, taking girls taking girls to
Netflix and chill.
taking girls to Fogo de Gallo. Like, y'all can go to Chili's, have a good time at Chili's, go to the movies. What's that? $50 right there. That's it. That's a nice day. As long as y'all are getting to know each other.
Yeah,
and if y'all continue to build, like in the next 3 years, you have a career, she has a career, y'all can go where? Mexico. Y'all can take a trip
travel,
to
do all the fun stuff. Guys.
So like don't feel rushed.
Y'all heard? Don't feel rushed. Communicate.
Yes.
What else?
Be yourself.
Be yourself.
Don't use social media as validation.
That's right.
Because social media is a lie.
These YouTube couples be lying to y'all. Lying.
Some of them just even like get together just to make YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I wanted to do
just
that.
to bullshit your emotions. Let's be real about it.
All right, guys, and that was Red Flags for today. And before we end this, if you like the content, what do? You hit the subscription button, like, comment, share.
All of it.
Go follow us on Instagram.
Yes. And before we end though, relationship status. What's your relationship status?
Child, what's your relationship status?
Hey, you never know. Maybe that guy's out there and, it's like, who's that,
Hey. I like Baskin Robbins ice cream.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
Drop your info.
She's single and ready to mingle, guys.
Okay. My IG is at Jerica.Renee.
Jerica.Renee. Okay, slide in her DM. Let's go.
Are you single, Brooklyn?
I think so.
Do you know?
I'm not sure.
Are you sure?
I'll be honest. It's complicated, but if you'd like to take me out for a good coffee or ice cream,
it's
I'm
complicated.
She ain't single. Don't let her tell you dreams.
She's sort of kind of taken.
Settle that dream. You buying that shelf up.
Hey,
that's
I'm
your
good
venti
for
coffee.
support.
What's your relationship status?
I would like to say that I'm minding my business.
Minding your business? Okay.
I like that.
I like that for you.
Okay. And DJ Falls, how about you?
I mean, I got a beautiful girlfriend.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, guys, that was that for today. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
See ya, guys.
We love the talking mic.
Cheese.